Hello, good afternoon everyone. I know that we are very excited on this culminating activity on this subject. And there with our very own Dr. Alice Dale. In this afternoon, my task is to give you a heartfelt message on the training centers that we had. So first is allow me to read first this quote. Never give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. So this culminating provides us students, not only students but teachers, with the opportunity to conduct in a deep exploration of our personal interests and demonstrate skills that is very necessary to meet the challenges for future success. In this subject also, we had lively discussion and then conducive to learning, and then we also shared a fruitful and meaningful insights each other during our presentation. In the training centers that we had, with that we are very grateful that with the subject we are able to share our expertise on the subject, and also our professor Dr. Dale mentored and facilitated us. So our training center serves as is like a mentoring experience to us. So I hope that everybody is very happy and glad that even though there are many struggles that we experience during this pandemic, but we survive. So I hope that this subject we could apply this one in our own discipline and in our different institutions. Again, mabuhay!
Welcome to Jelf Prestige Training Center. Now this time, I will show you on how to make putu cake out of malunggay leaves.
The ingredients needed are the following: 1/4 cup buttermilk, 1 can condensed milk, a mix of 1/4 cup of water with 2 cups of malunggay leaves, 2 cups of all-purpose flour with 3 teaspoons baking soda, and lastly, the eggs. Now the procedure: first, put the buttermilk on a mixing bowl with the use of electric hand mixer. Then add the liquid ingredients like eggs, condensed milk, blend malunggay leaves, and lastly the dry ingredients like all-purpose flour and baking soda with a little vanilla, and mix well. Put the mixed ingredients in a photo molder and lastly put in the steamer for about 5 minutes. Take it out and let it cool. Then pack in a rectangular canister labeled with price tag.
Now presenting to you our finished product. So that's all. Thank you and God bless us all.
Good afternoon, trainees. Welcome to Jelf Training Center. I am your trainer today. I'm Flora Migazon, and today we're going to make a moringa tea or coffee with a 1 kilo of malunggay leaves, and also the tools and equipment. You will need all of this. Okay, so let's start with step 1. So pick the fresh leaves out from your garden. At least you can collect 1 kilo of it. So after picking the malunggay leaves, fresh from your garden, fresh from the trees, so you will going to collect a small stem together, and you can tie it with the use of rubber band for easy collecting the leaves. So make sure to wash the leaves to remove the dust and insects. Okay, in a tap running water, then make sure it is really clean. So it's time for hang and air dry for 2 to 3 days. So do not dry it under the sun. Just the purpose is to preserve the nutrients from the leaves. So for second day, leaves is almost completely dry, as you can observe in this video. Okay, so almost dry. So as you can see, it just only hang and air dry, not under the sun or heat of the sun, just to preserve again with the purpose of this is the nutrients coming from the malunggay leaves. So for day 3, okay, so as you can see, it's already dried and easily removed from the stalk. So by removing it carefully, remove the dry leaves out from the stalk by sliding. Okay, you can slide your hands. Okay, you will know that it's already dried when you can easily remove the leaves by sliding your hand. Okay, so only the leaves are going to get out from the stalk. Okay, so after that, so this is now the finished product of the dry leaves. Okay, not the finished product yet, but the dry leaves ready for roasting. Say roasting is you just only roast these dry leaves to get those and to sanitize also, to sterilize the leaves rather, in 2 to 3 minutes, just only a low flame. So in 2 to 3 minutes, mix it thoroughly so that it will not burn or not over roast the other ingredients, the other leaves. Okay, so then you will going to, okay, for the next step, using a blender. If you don't have blender, you can crush this one using your hands, but it's easily to become powdered if you're going to use this blender. So at home, you can use any, you can use it by hand or to powder it very fine so as you can see the product. Okay, so moving on to the step 4. Okay, you are going to strain. Okay, the strainer. We use the fine strainer. Okay, used to strain this one to separate the small stems and the large particles from the powdered leaves. So it's very good quality if you can collect the fine powdered malunggay leaves and then separate the larger particles. Okay, so you can use this wax paper as your separating the powdered leaves for easy transfer to the container, to the jar. And make sure that you also know that this wax paper is clean. Okay, so final step, pour the powder in a jar, a clean container, and store it in a dry and cool place. So okay, so to wrap up on how to prepare malunggay tea. So 1, picking the fresh malunggay leaves, hang and dry 2 to 3 days, roasting for 2 to 3 minutes, then crush or blend using a blender in roasted leaves, then pack the powdered malunggay with a tea bag or a glass jar. So this is our finished product. Hope you have learned something today.
Some may call it as miracle vegetables, for it is loaded with nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, calcium, and vitamin C. The ingredients are typical omelette, which has eggs, salt, and pepper, with a twist now of the malunggay.
for today. Hope you like it. See you again next time. Bye!
Okay, good day everybody. Welcome to Jelf Prestige Training Center. So today we have a baking session. Our output name is Malunggay Loaf Bread. So let's start. So these are the ingredients. We have butter, evaporated milk, flour, and of course our malunggay, our main ingredients for today's session, and sugar and instant dry yeast, 2 eggs, vanilla extract. Okay, so our first step is to blanch the malunggay leaves. Kani, this malunggay, ang mga kalamunggay, at siyang pabukalan. So, let's go now. Ato na siyang pabukalan. So, ulat-ulat lang ta nga mabukal siya. After that, ato na din ibutang si malunggay. Okay, nagbukal na siya. So, we'll put our kalamunggay na. So we'll just blanch this malunggay in 2 minutes only. 2 minutes is done. So let's get our malunggay. Okay, so after blanching our malunggay, so we're gonna put this one in a Nutri-Bullet, or you can have also your blender. So you can make use of your blender if you don't have Nutri-Bullet, ha, sa inyong balay. So para ma-grind siya at the same time, para ito siyang ma-incorporate sa ato ang ingredients later. Already our malunggay. Most likely katong dried na malunggay. So this could be used in our product. Ato na siya niya pili sa ato. This will be our main ingredients. So let's start. Okay, 5 cups of this bread flour. 1/4 cup of white sugar. 1 cup of milk, evaporated milk. See? Milk is combined with sugar so that the sugar will be melted down thoroughly. So para malanay jud ang sugar, wala sugar imuhang do. 2 teaspoon of instant dry yeast. Then you stir it thoroughly together with the instant dry yeast and your milk together with the sugar, because sugar is the food of the yeast. So we're gonna leave our mixture, the evaporated milk, the yeast and the sugar for 8 minutes until it is ready. While in our dry ingredients, we will combine the flour and the butter together with our malunggay. And with 2 eggs and vanilla extract to add aroma to our product. Now combine this butter sa ato ang flour. So let's combine this one at a time. So can you look at it? So we'll combine it thoroughly. While waiting for our yeast to be ready. Okay, so it's already combined together. Now let's move on to our main ingredient, the malunggay. So 1 cup of this. So let's get our measuring cup. Okay. 1 cup of malunggay mixture. Na to kay nali ang nutrients. Now let's combine it again together with the butter and the flour and of course our malunggay. So you must have a spatula that is flexible. And now, let's combine our mixture. The yeast mixture together with the evaporated milk and the sugar. So we'll wrap this one with a cling wraps. Ato siya ipaset, ato siya ipa-rise, and then it will add volume. Pag nag-add volume na siya, so that's the time that we're gonna mold it again. So okay na siya guys, ga-bounce back na siya. So if it is ga-bounce back na yung texture, it means nga nag-rise na siya. So nagtubo na siya. So we'll get this one, and then ato siya i-place din sa atong parchment paper para di siya magpilit. So we'll need this one again. Gana atong texture guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so mag-mold na ta. This is our baking pan. So ito na siyang i-mold. Mura taga ba ito hotdog? Dako kayo siya. So, in 5 cups guys, daghan na mong maluto. So, dili na mo akansi. Okay guys, so set na siya guys. So, we're gonna put this one sa atong baking pan. Ibutang na to siya sa atong baking pan. Dinhi. This moment, this is not really the big baking pan for a typical loaf bread. So this is a malunggay loaf which is most like katong dagko siya nga pagka-loaf bread. So the output ani is na siya kanang na siya design ani at the same time. So we're gonna put this one, the two of this. Okay, so set na siya. Ato na sad siyang ipatubo. Kinalan siya mag-rise. So most likely mo rise din siya dako-dako. Maano na siya. Okay. Mata na sa nato siya another 40 minutes for rising time. Okay, so our malunggay loaf bread is already ready for baking. So the oven is ready for heating already. So let's gonna bake this one. Dahil natin siya sa oven, kaya nag-preheat ng oven. Let's go! So, ato siyang i-bake for 50 minutes. 180 degrees Celsius. Be back later. So guys, okay na ang ato ba? Luto na ato ang malunggay loaf. Ito siyang kaon guys. Careful lang ta kay init ang oven. So siya ipa-cool down. Cool down na ito siya guys before nato siya i-slice. Okay guys, this would be our final output for our malunggay loaf bread. Buen appetit!